So this is my MOC. I designed it completely out of my own brain. There was no other outside influence on this, and everything you see here was just me thinking up what I wanted it to look like. It took me 28 hours, plus or minus, to go from 48 base plates to the building, right? You can see the scale is pretty large, minifig scale almost. This is the former Adirondack Paper Company building. And now it is a workshop for someone we all know. So, it was a lot of fun to build, and I can show you some details. So the roof, as you've probably noticed, is curve track. Got so much extra curve track. And all I did was I put the 4x5 window frames in between and filled it in a little bit, and it makes a great dome, right? So, the dome comes off, the whole thing is modular. You can see that I put some decorations underneath, right? And when you put it this way, it looks really cool. Right? So imagine if we did, like, for the Wadsworth, if we continued this so it was a half circle, and then had like a food court or a whole bunch of other cool stuff in there. I've got more than enough of this to do exactly that. We could make some pretty big stuff. Yeah. So I decided, you can probably see better from the other side. I decided that, I'm gonna turn it. The owner of the building wants to deliver some presents throughout the world, and in order to do that, he's got to violate the space-time continuum. Well, who better to help him than the Doctor and Doc Brown?
And Doc Brown?
And Doc Brown. So he called in the time travel experts to help him, you know, and as we all know, a Tardis is bigger on the inside, so they can just keep loading presents in there, right? So, originally I was going to make this front part fold down and have a rocket sled that was going to fly out, but I thought this was a much better way to do it. So, the man in red is using the Tardis. He's got some friends there. The workers are delivering the packages themselves. He's got ground control helping him out, and he's having a pretty good time traveling. So,
I'm assuming he actually has a full crew piloting the thing?
No, just him.
Just the Doctor, or just the man in red?
Just the man in red.
Oh, wow. He must have some extra arms in there.
Well, I mean, the TARDIS kind of knows where to go. So.
Okay.
But what better way to deliver presents? Yeah? So, let's go ahead and move down to the next stage. Like everything I build, it's all modular. Alright, I'm going to turn it again. One of my favorite aspects of this build is that I break it repeatedly. Gotcha. Alright. One of my favorite, these are actually here for a reason. They are stops so that I don't open the dollhouse too wide. What we've got here is the third floor of the building, and it's cut away from the main factory or the main workshop area so that he's got his offices and then his office itself. And I'm going to take that down so you guys can see it. But before I do that, I want to show you how it all opens up. I took my nails off, so anyhow.
Whoa. Oh, mind blown.
So.
Oh my gosh, I love it!
So that's the dollhouse, right? It's easier to section it out so you can actually see what's going on, but I wanted you to see how it opens up, how it closes up, and this was really fun. Making it this way was really unique. I've never done a building that was modular and also hinged open. So I thought this would be really cool.
I love that you've got the remote control in there as like machinery.
Well, it's, yeah, so you're gonna see where that's gonna come in a second.
Oh.
Right? And the only idea that I didn't account for in this build was my friend, Danny, from ConnLUG came down, and she and I talked about this a little bit. and I said, hey, let's split the building down the middle in the front. That way it can hinge open. And she says, well, why don't you make the bricks interchangeable? So that's what I did. So that was actually her idea. But everything else is all me. So anyways, yes. Now,
did you have photos for reference of the building in New York, or is this just right out of your head?
Out of my head.
Wow.
Is there such a building in New York?
Probably. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Somebody
It looks
Google
like
that.
a little Macy's building. It looks like a
Yeah.
little Macy's
No,
building.
So, we've got the administrative offices. We've got the administrative offices, and then we've got Santa's office where Mrs. Claus is hanging out with Anna from Frozen. And I built the fireplace so that we could do a modular fireplace, so that if I wanted to put like a different mantelpiece, we could change that. I thought that was a unique way to do it. And then that opens up. Santa's got his North Pole candy cane, he's got his couch with his morning paper, and a whole pile of letters on his desk there. The door's open. The handles on the doors are donuts. I gave Santa a husky, because I always wanted a husky.
I love that there's a little globe.
There's a little globe, yeah.
Stack of mail from
Stack of
friends.
mail, yeah. And the offices are kind of funny. We've got a very modern office on the other side there, where you know they're modern cubicles and looks like a hipster with a helmet on.
What is HLC? Is it like a Lego location?
HLC?
Heart Lake City?
Heart Lake City.
Oh, okay. Is it a Lego?
It's a Lego Friends fictional location.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Your Golden Gate or Brooklyn Bridge, whatever that is upside down.
Thank you for noticing. I was waiting for someone to. That's on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So let's flip that around so you guys can see.
Computers. Are those all different?
All different computers.
Are they from Lego?
They're
sets?
from lots of Lego sets.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like the one that looks like a radar screen.
Yeah. All right. So
Is that NORAD tracking Santa?
it is NORAD tracking Santa. It's Santa tracking NORAD.
Did
All right.
Did you have to do any brick link to get brick, or you pretty much?
No, I just took it all out of my collection. Yeah. We opened up a lot of boxes. So this next part is a little precarious because I've got to take the whole second floor off. The second floor is the workshop floor, and that's where all the magic happens, as it were. So, let's see. I'm gonna just do it this way.
Oh my gosh.
That's fine. I broke that off. That's okay. So let me move that over the main floor.
Is there a present here?
Shane's like, my OCD is kicking in.
All right. So the workshop floor, right, is the second floor, and it is motorized. So I'm sorry, it's going to make some noise, but we've got the conveyor belt, and the one lone elf in the corner there. That's Steve the elf, and he's very disgruntled because these robots have kind of taken over his job. C-3PO is having a bad day because his head's on backwards, and you can see that the magical vats of plastic go onto the conveyor belt. They get worked on by these robots. The sets or the poly bags go into the machine, into the packing machine, and they come out the other side. So let's start that up. And the way I stuck the packages to it, it's supposed to simulate, if you're looking from that side, simulate going into that vat as they get come out of the machine. So it's one battery pack that's built into the environment to represent like their power station, and 2M motors. I used the light rail, the roller coaster rail, pinned to pin down the wire so it wouldn't be a trip hazard.
Not sure OSHA would approve, but.
Well, I've got plenty of other safety features, and we can open that up too.
Oh, did you consider trying to put some of the little studs on the?
Yeah,
on the motor?
so they drag along the bottom and get caught.
Oh, okay.
I did try that, yeah, because it would look really cool if I could stick those on there.
Yeah, like have like in process kind
But
of thing.
it gets snagged. Yeah, I'd have to build the whole thing higher,
And then it doesn't work.
And then it doesn't work.
So it is really cool.
But that's a good thought. You know, it's a good.
Well, I saw when we were at the BattleBots thing,
Yeah.
and whoever made that DeLorean with the flame trails behind from the back
That was
wheels.
Jessica and Ivan made that. Yeah.
That's why I thought of that.
We got a little Christmas decoration going on in there. So we've got the hand-packed Lego station because we don't want to mess up any of our boxes. So those are all packed by hand.
And what's this in here?
Materials.
Oh, okay.
Magic plastic beads that result in beautiful packages to be delivered around the world. And so that was really fun to do, this part. This took a lot of work.
So what's up with this guy with all the magnets and stuff stuck to him?
He's there to help fix the machines if they break down.
He's the machine that fixes the machines?
Exactly.
What machine fixes the machine that fixes the machines?
Bye, Shane. So that brings us to the main floor.
Like a little like
Turnstile.
Yeah.
Yep, metal detector. So the first floor is managed by the Security Concepts Company, monogrammed SC, just because. And we've got some folks from the Empire have come down to give our friend in red some assistance with managing his security. We've got a woman in her laptop. She's about to walk through security. She's got to pass through all kinds of gates to get there. And there's some droids and some stormtroopers there waiting for anybody that leaves to make sure that they don't try to make off with anything that doesn't belong to them. On the other side of the wall, once they pass through security, we've got our quintuplet chefs. There are 3 Michelin star chefs, and they are quintuplets, and they are feeding the army that runs this whole facility.
Are they Swedish quintuplet chefs?
Sure, why not? That can open up.
I have to make jokes.
Great jokes. You're doing great, buddy. You'll see that we have some folks enjoying a very sugar-based diet. We've got some healthy options there. If you come around this side, Tiff, you can see that Mr. Kevin Hinkle is enjoying a sundae over in the corner there. And they're just putting food on the shelf for...
And who gets the lobster? Fancy.
Whoever wants it.
I kind of want that pizza.
Yeah. Several kinds of pizza, too.
There are several kinds of pizza. Cornflakes, bananas, a little fruit bar.
Mm-hmm. Little juice bar there. Like a coffee station over here.
Apple pie, it looks like, or a strawberry pie.
Mm-hmm. They're all baking and making confectionery treats. And that's the whole building.
That is so cool. Oh, yeah.
Right, and then just as it went apart, it all goes back together. Modular.
Got it.
And actually, in order to put this section back on, you've got to open it up a bit. Just gives a little bit more rigidity there. Because when you dollhouse something, you can only have so many points of contact. Like that.
Oh no.
That's okay.
It's an old building.
It's an old building. You know, that happens. Anywho.
Is that what happens to the staircase?
Yes. It's a magical building.
Yeah, they got a Tardis on the top floor, so obviously.
Oh, I didn't see the back of it.
You just think of which floor you want to go
Okay,
to.
I get that too.
Yeah, you just click it, you'll see
Quick
it.
travel.
Cross your arms, like Judy.
I used to love this show.
Yeah. Anyways. Cool. So that is my downtown Manhattan MOC for the red guy to deliver stuff to people
In places.
in places.
At specific times of year.
At specific times of year.
We
We should have a Starbucks, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So this was a huge fun thing to do. It took a lot of pieces. I think we talked about there's probably between 7,500 and 10,000 pieces.
And you had all of those, like, the bricks with the brick card?
The profile brick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a whole bin of them. That's about half there. Tons. Yeah.
Okay.
No, actually, the profile brick was from the pad wall.
Oh, right.
So, yeah, it was a lot of sleepless nights working on this, and a really good time. Very, very worthwhile.
Yeah, amazing.
We're gonna take it to some shows.
Yes.
After I fix the thing I just broke.
Thank you, Cam.
Thanks, Seth.